I'd like to ask you, if I may, about the equipment used on oil rigs. I understand that the owners are now looking for so-called fit and forget equipment. Is this really possible in the offshore arena?
It has to be. It's the most important. The operating costs of this equipment are so high, and the environments in which they operate are fairly difficult for them, and they can't afford to regularly have to take products out for maintenance, and so they're now looking for products, particularly on top of the rigs, that are there for 30 or 35 years without any particular corrosion problems, and so it's a case of necessity rather than anything else, and the alloys have been produced in order to do that, which we're happy to supply.
So what kind of alloys are used then in the offshore area?
Predominantly from the instrumentation tubing side that we provide, they will be 904Ls and 6 Moly, often called 254 SMO as well. Those are the predominant grades, and a certain amount of stainless steel, but much less these days.
Now, I understand you're ramping up your activities in the Middle East, so obviously there's no or little offshore activity here. So where are your materials being used?
Well, there is a limited amount of offshore activity up in the north of the Gulf, but also the environments on the onshore wells here as well are starting to become increasingly sour, and they're finding that they need to have a higher level of equipment and corrosion resistance associated with those as well. So it's a double-edged sword.
Final question. Your company's under new ownership. Is this now good or bad news for you and your customers?
This is excellent news. We've been taken over by a group that has plenty of finance behind it. It's very enthusiastic about its purchase of fine tubes, and the opportunities for investment and development of fine tubes are very, very strong, and it's a very good move and very positive move for fine tubes.